Do you struggle to express yourself when you're feeling really sad or angry or hurt or any of the so-called negative emotions? Today's guest is an absolute delight. And while she's one of my favourite yoga teachers, I especially love what she shares about her own self-care in terms of giving space, making space for messy movement and expression. I hope you love listening to her as much as I enjoyed talking to her. And I'd also love to hear from you in terms of maybe the emotion you struggle most to process and what you're going to do differently, what you're going to try as a result of today's episode. So welcome to episode 92 of the Feel Better Everyday podcast, and I look forward to hearing from you. So I'm your host and producer, Eve Menezes-Cunningham. I'm an author, columnist, trauma therapist, self-care coach and senior accredited supervisor specialising in AuDHD and ADHD-friendly, trauma-informed, neuro-affirming and transpersonal and somatic approaches. So I help people heal through self-care practices that honour your body and your brain and your nervous system, as well as yourself, that highest, wisest, truest, wildest, most joyful, brilliant and miraculous part of yourself. With new episodes every Tuesday, you can either subscribe or follow to make it less likely that you'll miss new episodes, but you might also enjoy some of the older episodes and access deeper dives with the Soul to Soul Circle, access free resources and more information at the feelbettereverydaypodcast.com. Welcome, Roxolana Romaniuk. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Eve.
So Roxy is one of my favourite yoga teachers at the Yoga Route, and when I joined, I think it was in August, September, I changed my schedule to enable me to attend her Monday morning classes, and it's just such a gorgeous start to the week. It was like a gift to myself to really, and just like I really appreciate that every week. So where can people find you? What are you working on at the moment?
Oh, sorry. I was so happy to hear all of this, and I think my face is red now. Yeah. So, I'm working in Yoga Route now, and that's where people can find me. Yeah. I'm planning to do my YouTube channel with short practice to
Yeah,
make it accessible for everyone.
yeah,
But at the moment, I don't have any progress on it. So maybe in future, this
yeah.
channel will be named Yoga with Roxy. But at the
Okay.
moment, like, yeah.
Okay. And what about on Insta or anywhere else you want
Oh,
people?
yeah. My Insta is Yoga with Roxy, but I anyway not posted that much. So the place where you really can find me, it's
Yeah.
Yoga Route. Yeah.
So that's the yogaroute.org. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I talk to everyone about like ideal and actual self-care because we all struggle with it. We all know what we wish we could do every day, and then the reality hits and something has to give. So I kind of go through my feel, love, heal framework. So the feel bit is like the regulatory it might be breath practices, it could be going for a swim. It's something you need a bit of, you have to do something, you're changing the way you
Yeah.
are, you might be working with the vagus, sending those signals of safety or confidence or whatever, calm, but it's something you're doing to help regulate, help yourself feel better. Then the love bit is the more kind of accepting, recognizing you don't have to do a thing,
Yeah.
you're perfect just the way you are, you're part of nature, part of the divine. But also that can be more challenging. I know that's the part I find most challenging. I'd always rather be doing rather than accepting myself how I am. And then the heal bit is the collective care, where it might be about community, and it's where you as well as you're holding space for others, obviously, with your work, but where you receive that for yourself. And it might be that you're not at the moment, but in each category, I kind of ask about your ideal
Yeah.
and the reality. So if you're happy to
Yeah.
say, what would be your ideal in terms of that kind of lowercase self-care, the regulatory, the feel better?
Yeah, so my ideal, which has
Mhm.
never happened,
Of course.
but yeah, it's I'm waking up at 6 a.m. and I'm just see how sun is rise, doing my yoga outside, doing some journaling, and planning my day, and decide how would I like to live that day.
Uh-huh.
But my actual routine is. I find that um, it's important to have at least like one small things which you will repeat every day, like day
Yeah.
by day. So my small things which I do every day, if I'm sick or like I can do this every day, actually it's just a glass of hot water.
Yeah. I've got a mug of
That's
hot water here now.
yeah. Yeah, same. That's how like my bodies understand I waking up, and it's
Yeah.
help my body waking up, my mind, and
Yeah.
yeah. And also I'm doing like some it's might be not um, something that some movements that I repeat, but what I do, I just moving somehow, like sometimes I'm playing the music and just allow myself to move in how I feel to move right now,
Yeah.
like
Wonderful.
yeah, so
That's
that's
fantastic. And what about I start by introducing it as when you don't have the bandwidth to do something, that
yeah,
kind of that accepting yourself where you are, that kind of recognition that you don't have to do a thing, you're part of the divine, you're part of nature. And I also realize that can be so much harder, especially for
yeah,
people with ADHD, with AuDHD. What helps you, or what would be your ideal in terms of connecting with that highest, wisest, truest part of yourself?
yeah.
Um,
S- so in this part I think um meditation is helping me
mhm.
a lot, like to feel that I'm enough, that everything is all right. Yeah, I can't control everything what happens around me in
Yeah,
the world, yeah, but in meditation I can feel like the connection with something bigger, and
yeah,
the feeling that I'm enough. And I also find that it's important to see where you are, like to understand what you feel right now and try to express it somehow.
yeah.
And I just create in some space in my house, and I just play music and allow myself moving like horrible, like
No,
strange, like I don't know, no one can see me, and
yeah.
I can be like how I feel now, and at least have one place in the world when I can be anger, when I
Oh,
can
I love
be
it. Yeah,
like
yeah.
anyone, yeah. So
Have you come across five rhythms?
um, I'm not sure.
So Gabrielle Roth, she died, but for
Yeah,
decades, she basically, it would be a playlist. And
yeah,
I did some when I was doing my psychosynthesis training, and I was so
yeah.
disembodied back then. And I was like, I can't dance sober.
Oh,
Everyone else was
yeah,
studying sober as well. But I was like, oh,
yeah.
but it would be like songs, music that would deliberately provoke the kind of anger or sadness or grief,
Oh,
joy,
yeah,
or I can't remember the five specific rhythms, but I remember anger was one of them.
yeah,
And I think what you're describing is absolutely gorgeous because you're accepting how you're feeling and you're
yeah,
allowing it to move through you rather than suppressing it or telling yourself, I should be feeling
yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's great. I might
Yeah.
read something
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, so
They
I will
might have,
ask you the author again, like after
yeah.
podcast. Yeah,
But I
that
think what you're
sounds
doing
really
naturally
interesting.
is wonderful. I think
Yeah.
what you're doing, like doing it naturally, you're not needing someone
Oh,
else's playlist.
yeah, I
You're
got you. Yeah, yeah.
recognizing, like, it's a bit like the yoga poses. It's great to have that, or it's great to move how you
Yeah.
inherently want to. But
Yeah, but I think,
yeah,
yeah, sometimes it's hard to like I found it through my psychotherapy. Like
yeah,
I have my therapist who I visited like
yeah,
every week, and I found that sometimes you can't recognize some
yeah,
emotion. So because it's
yeah,
covered some other
yeah,
emotion, and it's like hard
yeah,
to realize that
yeah,
I'm not sad now. I'm angry. Like
yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it's. I think it's important maybe at the start of this way, like use some playlists to help you
yeah,
going through this to
yeah,
understand like
yeah,
how how I can express myself when I anger,
yeah.
how I can
God, I
express
love
myself when I
this.
happy, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really great.
Do you choose music or do you like just let yourself move to the feeling or both
Yeah,
or
so I just I trying to choose some music. Like I play in one, feel like no, that's not what I need now.
yeah,
Change it, and then find like something that
yeah,
I need at this moment. Yeah,
I love
and
it.
then yeah.
Yeah. And what do you notice afterwards?
Sorry, what?
Like how do you feel afterwards? Like
Oh, I feel like really,
yeah,
or all tension is
yeah,
released, and I feel like
yeah,
I am free and I can
yeah.
be just who I am. Yeah, so
I love it. So you're giving people something they can do, although it's technically
yeah,
regulatory, it's something you can do where you want to feel, you want to accept, but there's too
yeah,
much. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
just, I love it. Thank you. So, in terms of the heal, the like collective self-care, the co-regulation, the like, I mean, you teach gorgeous classes, you hold that beautiful space.
yeah,
What is your ideal in terms of both holding and receiving from a
yeah,
community, from individuals? What helps you ideally, and what do you like? What is your actual like
yeah.
essential?
Um, yeah, I think maybe ideal is I don't know. It's hard question for me.
Yeah,
Um, so I find that's really important to be in some community where
yeah,
you can feel yourself acceptance,
yeah,
and where you can like be who you are. Like I mean, when I teach my um, in some places when I will talk about yoga and what I do, like some people cannot understand me because like, and that's all right because we are all different. That's
yeah,
great. Like, but where I'm teaching in yoga root, I feel like
yeah,
I'm in the right place. Like I feel that mm, what I do like can be important here. Like,
yeah,
and it's important for me as well. Like because at the end of class, especially in Shavasana, I feel like I don't know. I feel that I'm happiest person in the world. I don't know. I feel just relaxed, release, and fulfill of joy. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Love,
because yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
and I think that's really important to find a place where you will feel acceptance, where
yeah,
you will feel like that you no need to acting, need
Yeah.
to do something like extra. You can just be, and it will
Yeah.
be enough. Yeah. So this space can be like
Yeah.
everywhere, but yeah, it's hard to find this space. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I'm aware we're both immigrants.
yeah,
I moved after I'm Indian Irish, born in
yeah,
London, but I moved after the Brexit vote and broke my heart because I
oh,
realised that lots of people had thought that the British Empire was a good thing. I'd kind of grown up assuming that everyone felt
yeah,
horror and shame, but no.
yeah,
And it was just, even though I look white and I sound English, I felt unsafe. And it
yeah,
was a really weird thing for me. I'm 50 now, but I've never been happier. Um, choosing, like, I thought I've always had an Irish passport. So I didn't know my dad's from Limerick, but I knew I wanted the sea. I knew I wanted mountains. A journalist friend said, Westport meets all your criteria. And the more I found out about it, it was like, oh my God, this place sounds incredible. And
yeah,
I'm still pinching myself that I get to live here. But it's also a really unusual way of like having moved somewhere different to kind of
yeah,
create that community and that feeling rooted and safe that I never had in. I mean, I'll never fully have it because
yeah,
I'm not. I am a blow-in. I am an immigrant, but I'm I'm technically a Londoner, but I'm not. Like I'm all these different things.
yeah, yeah,
But the deliberate choice, and the thinking what is important to me, like the sea, the mountains, and
yeah,
then people. But thinking like if you were to like think in, I'm not like, for me, Westport does meet all my criteria.
yeah,
But if you were to think of like how people might find their place in the world, like
yeah.
what advice might you have? Or
I think maybe just try different things, like
yeah,
try to do some, I don't know, actually, maybe some, sorry, I just forgot how to say, like the where people meeting and they have um same interest about something, like how
yeah,
to say it, so this group like of
yeah,
different thing, oh, maybe like group of drawing or
yeah,
group of reading or
yeah,
something, yeah. So maybe just visiting to different groups,
yeah,
and one day I think you can find like a place where you will
yeah,
feel like that's the right place. I feel good after, like I, yeah,
yeah. And it is that feeling good at the time and after, isn't it? And I guess the
yeah,
more we accept ourselves, the more we accept our whole selves, the more you are likely to try drawing or try something
yeah,
that interests you rather than I should like whatever. I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah, yeah,
force myself to,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really important to listen how you react to this, like
Yeah,
to listen, like do you like it or no? And if it's no, like not to try, like, oh no, maybe I need to try
yeah,
again, maybe I need to be like different, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's
yeah,
important to listen to yourself as well, like your
yeah.
reaction for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the Soul to Soul Circle bonus deeper dive content, if you're happy, I'm going to ask you how you do that, like what something like maybe if you're happy to share a practice. Um, is that okay? Like it doesn't have
Yeah,
to be
yeah, of
okay, we
course.
can do
Yeah.
something else. But thank you so much for joining me. Absolutely delightful. And I'm looking forward to your
Yeah.
class in the morning.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for listening or watching the Feel Better Everyday podcast. This episode, like all of them, was produced by me, your host, Eve Menaze Camillon. You can find full transcripts, links, and more information in the show notes, and also at selfcarecoaching.net, as well as more information about the book, 365 Ways to Feel Better, Self-Care Ideas for Embodied Wellbeing, And if you're interested in those deeper dives, joining the Soul to Soul Circle, as well as lots of other free resources and information about other offerings. If this episode was helpful, please leave a 5-star review. In a world in which so much is coming up for healing and so many people are feeling unsafe, I want to do whatever I can to help as many people as possible heal from trauma, helping create a world in which everyone is safe, welcome, and loved, physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally able to thrive. So your subscribing or liking or sharing feedback and other support helps me help as many people of all genders with trauma histories and ADHD. And your learning to take better care of yourself isn't just good for you, it creates a ripple effect helping others heal too. So keep looking after yourself, do what feels good, let yourself honour your nervous system, let yourself honour your charge, your life force, and Mila Buikas, 1,000 thank yous.